Hello, friends. I hope everyone is doing well. I see already close to 40 people have joined. Now, actually 40 people, and I see more are attempting to join. So I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone is safe and enjoying the last day in summer. Tomorrow is officially fall season. So it depends on how what part of the world you are. I hope that you'll have a pleasant fall season if you're from that time zone. Before we start, if there's somebody who's new, I see some new names. My name is Omar Harami, and I would like to thank you for joining us in the latest Kumi Now online gathering. Every week we look at the ongoing injustice that is happening in Palestine and Israel, but today we're focusing on the injustice of Israel's blockade of Gaza. Today we're joined by a very interesting person, Dr. Kahlil Masoud. Actually, I just met him through through Kumi. Today we had a chat over the phone, and I really enjoyed it. He's a young doctor. He will introduce himself, but I think we should all feel very much privileged and honored to have him with us. But before we officially start, I would like to remind you that this session is being broadcasted live on Facebook. I'm sure Zoom has warned you. But if you do not wish to appear online, please just turn off the screen, your camera feed, and you will not be noticed by anyone. So as it is the tradition, we would like to have each our speaker to introduce himself. Dr. Kahlil.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Dr. Kahlil Masoud. I am from Gaza. I am a 26-year-old. I born in Gaza and I am living here in Gaza right now. I am the only Christian doctor who is youth in Gaza. Other doctors are older than me, very old than me. I studied in Egypt at Al-Qasr Al-Aini School in Cairo University. I attempted my I have gone to my school at Cairo University on 2013, and I finished my school in 2019. So I am a fresh graduate. I stayed in Egypt for 7 years, and it was continuously. I didn't came back to Gaza because of the restriction of traveling due to the crossings. So I stayed in Egypt for 7 years. I didn't saw my parents for 4 years continuously, and that's my story, or myself, or my study. And as I was working, I am working with Caritas as a doctor, as a general physician, and also I am working in another job in the ICU department of the Indonesian hospital. But to tell you about my family, I am a doctor, but I am not the only doctor of my family. My father is a doctor too. He is a general physician. He worked with UNRWA for 32 years. My brother also a doctor, but a dentist. Also, my sister is an engineer, and my mother is a teacher who teach English. So that's my family, and I love them a lot. Regarding my work, I work with Caritas as a doctor, as a general physician. So treating, like we are working in marginalized areas from Gaza, helping poor people and helping who needs hands. I work with the Ministry of Health in the Indonesian hospital in the ICU department. So if you want me to talk about Caritas and to introduce Caritas, what is Caritas? I know a lot of you may know Caritas, but let me talk a little bit. So Caritas Jerusalem is a member of Caritas Internationalis. It was founded in 1967 aftermath of the sixth day of the war in that time. So Caritas Jerusalem helps individuals from all religious backgrounds in the occupied Palestinian territories. Caritas Jerusalem empowers the people of the Holy Land and giving a voice to the voiceless and hope to and encouragement to the youth. What is our mission, or what is our what we do? We strive to achieve sustainable development and improvement in the health services, social welfare, and food security through education, charity, emergency intervention, and direct service provision. So, Caritas is the hand of the Catholic Church in Gaza, or not in Gaza, in the world, and Caritas can help people a lot. Regarding the work, what I do in Caritas, or how long I have worked with Caritas. I worked with Caritas for almost 1 year. I started to work in the 6th of 2021 year. I worked within 3 projects. We are working with in Gaza with Caritas, like in projects. So as a doctor, I worked for 2 months in a project called Rapid Response. All these projects came or as funded due to after the war that the war that has been in Gaza in the 2021. After the war, I worked with Caritas in the Rapid Response for 2 months project, and then for the post-emergency project for 8 months. And we took like a vacation for 2 months and started again with a project called Protracted Appeal. What is the type of the work with Caritas here in Gaza? We go to the marginalized areas. The two projects was in the north of Gaza. It helps people in the north because in the first war in Gaza in the 2021 it affected the north of Gaza a lot. So we went to Beit Lahia and Beit Hanun in the north of Gaza and tried to help people in who has affected by the wars, who has amputation their legs, or we help the people with who suffers from the war. And we also have a psychological support as a part of this project. And now I am working in the south of Gaza. So Caritas is present in all Gaza Strip, in the south and in the north, in the east and in the west. So also I am not working just with Caritas. I am working with the government, with the Ministry of Health, in the ICU department of the Indonesian hospital. And in the last 3 months, we had a war, if you know, and I worked within this in the last month, I think. I don't know, it's a lot of wars here. So I worked within the ICU, and I see a lot of scenes that I hope no one see these scenes because let me tell you, I don't know if you saw this scene. If you know Rahaf Salman, it is let me introduce it to you. Rahaf Salman is a child who is 12-year-old. She was affected by the war in the last war in the 2022 in the last 2 months or last 1 month. No, okay. So she came after a explosion or after a bombing, we can say, from the Israeli occupation, from the Israeli, and they and she attended with her parents, and they was shocked that she has this situation. So so here in Gaza, she was attending with, she was amputated her legs and her hands. So and not her hands, her right hand. She was right-handed, and her left hand was very good. So as an ICU doctor, what my position or or I need to stabilize the patient. So I need to check his vitals, his blood pressure, his respiratory rate, his pulse. Actually, in the bed there was two people, one who is like 14-year or 15-year, and the other which is Rahaf. She is 12. Actually, after checking the pulse, Rahaf has the pulse, and the other one, the other guy that doesn't have pulse. So it was a very sad scene. I talk about it, but it was a very shocking because it is the first time to work in a war like this as a doctor. As you know, I just fresh graduated, so I didn't see these scenes before. So and during work, all the doctors say that we don't need to resuscitate Rahaf because she doesn't have her legs and her right hand. So I told them, no, she has pulse. We can resuscitate them, and we can help. We can help her, and even if she doesn't have her hand or her legs, she deserves to live. So that's a story of Rahaf. I know you can Google about her. She is now alive after resuscitation, and she is in Turkey now. I don't know what they have done with her, but the good thing, she is alive. So let's talk about the economy of Gaza, or let's talk about the economy of Gaza, regarding the economy. To give you an overview on the economic situation in Gaza, let me quote some figures from several organizations that reported about Gaza. Regarding the Palestinian Central Bureau of Statistics found that the percent of unemployment of the youth is 62% in Gaza. Yes. And also found that the percent of poverty is the UNICEF reported in July 22. They reported and stated that largely due to the blockade, poverty, and high unemployment rates, and other factors, 80% of Gazans now rely on humanitarian assistance. Also, this year, by the UNICEF also, this year, humanitarian need was $510 million just to provide food, water, sanitation, and health services, and to 1.6 million people in Gaza. To make you know that the number of people living in Gaza is 2,100,000 people in Gaza. So this fund, the 510 million, is just 25% funded. Regarding the UNRWA, has reported and stated that the restrictions on movement of people and goods continue to collectively punish the civilians population, undermining the local economy and threatening the enjoyment of most human rights. That's our life in Gaza. What we face is problems here in our life. Let's talk about the basics. You don't think that that I can say that our problem is really a basic life of you, like you have the basics of life. We don't have the basics of life. Our big problems is in electricity, in water suppliers, in the, we can say in traveling abroad, and in the working and the economy here in Gaza. So regarding the electricity here in Gaza, we just have the electricity 8 hours and sometimes less than 8 hours a day. And that is a big issue because electricity now is life, and without electricity we don't have life. Also, the electricity determines what to do in your day, in your usual day. So if you want to have a meeting like this, I because we don't have an electricity in our home, so I go to other place who have electricity and have an internet connection and stable internet connection to talk in this meeting. Also, about the water, we suffer of a deficiency from water. Yes, the water here is not suitable for human use, and like it is very salt. There is a lot of salt here, so the water from the tap water, we don't use it just for washing dishes, washing our clothes. But what we need to drink, we can't drink from the tap water. We just all of us have tank in their roof, and we fill it with a water which is not a perfect water, but it is good. It's better than the tap water. So about the traveling, yeah, this is a big issue to us. Traveling, we can travel from Gaza, or I can say we can't travel from Gaza just without permission. We need permission to travel to other places to Palestine, like to Ramallah or to other places. We need permission because we have to cross the Aries or the Beit Hanun bridge, our crossing. And this crossing is with the Israeli, and they are controlling this crossing, and they allow to us to travel or not. And I don't know, they don't give permission to everyone to travel. And also to travel to Egypt, we have to go to Rafah crossing bridge to travel to Egypt. And also it is very difficult to travel from Rafah, and also very expensive. Because to travel, you need, like, if you want to travel tomorrow or to have something urgent to travel, you need to afford like $500 to travel, like in the next week or the next 2 weeks, and maybe you can't pass after paying $500. So our traveling, we hear, like I can always say, we live in a big jail, and we can't, yeah, like if we travel, like it is like a trip, and we go back to this big jail we live. But to talk about Gaza itself, Gaza is a perfect place. Gaza is really a good place if you want to visit. Really, we have a good sea. We have good people here. We have good good food, and I highly recommend a lot of food here. And we are all friendly, and we love to live. That's our story in Gaza. I don't know if you want to ask any questions, or if you want me to explain anything or else I didn't explain.
Dr. Khalil, you've covered so many issues that are happening in Gaza. Thank you. I have to, this is the first time that Dr. Khalil is speaking to a group, speaking about life in Gaza. So you did a very good job, an excellent job, I think. I think everybody, if you put your thumbs up, you will show how much we appreciate Dr. Khalil. You've done a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's really the first time for me to speak in a group and in English with the people from outside Gaza. That's really that make a big difference for me. Yes.
So you studied medicine. Because you studied because your father is a doctor, or you were very much genuinely interested in medicine?
I was interested in medicine from when I was a child, so I wanted to study medicine. There is a story about studying medicine here. When I have graduated from the high school in Gaza, I got 94.6 in the high school, so it was a high grade. But I needed 0.4% to study medicine in Gaza. I wanted to study medicine in Gaza, yes, but I didn't have a seat. So I had a seat in Egypt. So after when I got a seat, so I traveled directly, and it was a very difficult way, or a very difficult thing to travel at that time, because there is a big issues was in Egypt there. So I traveled with my father in the ambulance. Yes. Because and after, yeah, because that was a way to travel to, that was the way at that time to reach my seat there.
Oh. When people think of Gaza, people think it's a place of suffering. It's a difficult place to live, but many people also like living in Gaza. What are the most important things for you? What the things that you like the most about Gaza?
Okay, perfect. There is a lot of places here in Gaza that is perfect, and you can enjoy here in Gaza. You can enjoy the sea here. The sea is a very perfect sea. You can fishing here in Gaza. I go fishing a lot of time. Also, there is a place and there is a clubs here in like the YMCA. We can do sports. We can do everything. You can play tennis, table tennis, and basketball. So Gaza is perfect place, and also a very perfect restaurant, and that serving very delicious food. Like you can eat here shawarma and falafel, and it is a really delicious thing you can eat. And if anyone want to come here to Gaza, I will invite him to eat shawarma.
Gaza is known in Palestine to have very spicy food. Do you like spicy food, Dr. Khalil?
Actually, no, I don't. I don't like spicy food, but in some eatings and on some food, you need to put spicy food.
We have a question about when you look at the history of people are interested to know how did COVID, Gaza and COVID, how did it, I mean, what was the situation of Gaza then and now?
Okay. Actually, at first, in my working in the Ministry of Health, they put me in the triage of the COVID-19. So I worked for 1 month in the COVID-19 in the February 2022. It was really difficult situation, but the last COVID-19, like we can say, it was the smallest wave that affected people. But the previous ones, it affected a lot of people, and a lot of people died due to COVID-19. Also, I can tell you about my work in Caritas. Caritas has three projects which are very big projects here in Gaza, which support the COVID-19. Here in Caritas, we go to the people who are COVID-19 positive people, and go to their home and supply them with vitamins, supply them with the medication they need freely. And we can also refer the critical cases to the, and we also refer the critical cases to the ICU. So the COVID-19 here needs support from people out there because of lack of the supplements here in Gaza, and that's a big problem. Not the supplements there is really lack here of the COVID-19. Also, all the supplements here in Gaza. As a doctor, we suffer from this lack of supplements. To talk about the hospitals here also, the hospital, we don't have, like I say, to be a specialist is a very challenging here in Gaza. You need to be a specialist. You need to go in a board exam here. Then after that, you need to go in a board system, which I say that it is not perfect. Can you, like, 1 minute? Can I please 1 minute?
Yes, more.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Maybe it's the delivery for a shawarma sandwich. She likes shawarma. That could be. Let's see.
I'm sorry for this interruption. So sorry.
I said it. Maybe it was the delivery for a shawarma sandwich.
No.
Not sure.
I am not in my home, so I am in the YMCA, the club that I told you about, because here is the connection of the internet is perfect, so I can speak to you without an interruption of the internet, but they interrupted me here. So I'm sorry. Also, to talk about the medical situation here in Gaza. Okay. So I told you about the board exam here in Gaza, and the system here is not good as a doctor to be a specialist here. That's because of lack of the experiences here in Gaza. So if you are a doctor and need to be a good doctor in the future, or to be a safe doctor, you need to get in a part of a board system, which is a good system, like in the United Kingdom or in Ireland, or if we can say in the America. Okay, that's it.
We have a question: is Which Caritas headquarters does Palestine work with internationally?
Internationally, okay, a lot of quarters. I don't know everything about the quarters, but I will tell you about that when I see the projects in the Gaza in the Caritas here, because to let you know that I always represent Caritas in the Ministry of Health also, and represent the projects they usually do inside the Ministry of Health. I think I saw Australian, the Australia supply Caritas in Gaza. Also in Ireland supply Gaza a lot, and UK, in England, I see German and Swedish, a lot of countries and a lot of suppliers supply projects here in Gaza.
We have a question. It seems somebody knows somebody in Gaza. Do you know Dr. Abed Shukri? Abed Shukri.
No, I didn't. Is he a specialist or what?
I don't know him personally, so that's a question. Maybe Elu, from our friend from Germany, has asked this. So it's
okay.
So please add some explanations. Somebody asked when you said that you pay $500 for the border crossing, to whom do you pay this?
Can you again?
That you pay $500 US to cross the border. To whom do you pay this high fee?
To Egypt. To Egypt.
So Egypt charges people to cross the border $500?
Not all the people, but to urgent traveling from Gaza.
So let's say if you want to have like a VIP traveling or something special.
Not VIP, but to like, okay, it is a big list. You have a big list, like 10,000 people want to travel to Gaza. So if you want to put your name in this list, you would be 10,001 to make sure to be like the #1 to travel in the next week. So you need to charge. That's it.
So in polite ways, maybe it's like bribery, so that you get on top of the list. So you have to pay that.
That's it.
Yeah, it is. I take responsibility. That's my conclusion, not Dr. So people really, everybody's saying in the contacts, I mean that they're very much from the chat. People, I will send you, but people are saying like amazing things about you, Dr. Kahlil. So do you have any contacts with Al Ahli Arab Hospital in Gaza?
Yes, at Al Ahli Arab Hospital. Yes, I know all the people, not all the people, but all the Christian people who are working there. Yes, we all know each other. I know Dr. Maher Ayad, yes, and I know the managers there. But I had a course there. It was a laparoscopic surgery. It really was an amazing course with Dr. Spiro and Dr. Subhi Skeik, Dr. Spiro Tawil and Dr. Subhi Skeik. They told us all the principles about the laparoscopic surgery, which really something I enjoyed there, and it was a really special course. I didn't work in that Ahli hospital, but I know some people working there. Yes.
So do you have enough medical supplies in Gaza?
I think no. We suffer from limitations and in the medical supplies here in Gaza, and also if we had the experiences here in Gaza, if we had a doctor who is experienced in doing something, or he learned something outside Gaza and want to put it in Gaza here, he suffered from lack of the equipment here, especially in the surgery, especially in a lot of things, in a lot of field of the medical here.
How much does the electricity problem in Gaza affect the medical treatment?
It affects a lot, really. You may be in a surgery and the electricity is gone. So all the people, all the doctors, like stand alone without moving any laparoscopic equipments or any other equipments. So they stand alone until the generators work again. So it really affects the situation. Also in the ICU, the people who are in ventilator, I know there is a battery here in the ventilator, but there is a lot of situation that when the electricity has gone, there is it affects the medical treatment. Yes, it really affects. And to add, in the last war in Gaza, in the month, 1 month ago, we suffer from lack of electricity, and even in the hospitals. We always try in the hospital to have electricity, yes, but in the last war, we didn't have a good supply for the electricity, so we was afraid. We was really afraid from the electricity to gone and to go away, and don't have and the ventilator has gone, so we can't resuscitate all the patient or even the patient.
So you buy water, drinking water. So how do you deal with the water?
Like I said, we bought a tank. It is not something healthy in Gaza to do this, but we bought a tank, like tank in the roof of every building, and it is a water which is I can't say it is a very good to drink, but it is the most economic way to drink water. And I want to tell you that not all the people can do this. Here in Gaza, people are some people rely on just in human assistance, which is 400 shekels, and it equals like $100. The $100, that's really, I see this in our clinic with Caritas, going to the marginalized area. They just live with 400 shekels, which is $120, which is not enough at all.
A friend of ours, Darrell Meyer, says, I saw a picture yesterday in the Washington Report, Middle East Affairs, showing boys in Gaza performing parkour athletic feats. Do you know anything about this phenomena?
No, parkour athletic feats.
I think it is they were performing parkour with it's the many children who have lost their legs from the wars.
Okay. I didn't hear about it, but here there is a lot of places who support these people who lost their legs or lost their hands, to like helping them and making artificial legs or artificial hands. I didn't see this report really.
What is easier for you to leave Gaza to come and visit like the West Bank or Egypt, or for people to come and visit? Don't we need also a permit to go from Israel?
No, you need the permit, yes, and you need to say that to give a reason why you are coming here to Gaza.
And do you find many internationals like that visit you from in Gaza, or not many?
Yes, there is internationals, but they are not all like people they are always they have a thing to do here in Gaza, or just to say they are from organizations usually, not regular people who want to visit Gaza. I hope this will be okay and will give, and Israel give you permission to visit Gaza, because you will love Gaza. Really, you will love Gaza.
Yes, many people. I have a relative of mine who lives in who visits Gaza because he works with a consulate. He here. And he visits and he loves Gaza. Everybody who visits Gaza loves Gaza. They say, I mean,
Yes.
being in Gaza, they say it's filled with life and energy and wonderful people and amazing seafood. And this is the
Yes.
next question. How polluted is the sea in Gaza, and how far can people go to fish?
Now, about the fishing, yeah, we can't like the fishermen can't go really deep in the sea to make fishing because Israel does not give them permission to fish. So they all fish on like I think 10 miles. I don't really remember the number, but it is really like a small distance to go far to get fishing. But even with this issue we always have a good fish. We always have like God send us fishes like it's really great fish and perfect to eat. And you really if you eat if you hear fish, you will really find the perfect taste of fish. But also the pollution of the sea, it's really polluted. Yes, I know, because I can't stay in English because the I don't know the meaning of it because they put the waste, or we can say the waste of people. They put it on the sea because we don't have a good places or a good to get out from waste. We can't. I can't say that the waste is the humanitarian waste.
Yes, sewage water.
Yes, sewage water. Yes.
Um, so if you are regularly without having an electric generator, how much electricity do you get per day?
We get only from 6 hours to 8 hours a day.
What hours usually are these hours?
Six to 8 hours a day.
Mm. Okay, so there are some of the people here are already in touch with some people in Gaza who need support. How can people connect to organizations in Gaza? Organizations know about people in Gaza that need help.
Okay. If you want about the
Christian or Muslim, yeah.
Okay. I don't know about I know about the Caritas because it's the organization I work there, but I don't know on other organizations. But Caritas, we can contact our managers in Jerusalem who are the responsible for this thing. Yeah, they do projects here in Gaza. That's it. But to help people directly, I don't know if there is an organization here doing this. But let me add about Caritas. It is okay. It's a medical, but also it can be a social. We have also a project. Yes, we have a project. I didn't remember. I remember it now. We have a project here. After going to the people who are in the marginalized area and found they have problems or they have an issues in their life and they and can't make money or can't do things, we get their names and put it in the social part of the Caritas, and they call them and they support them. Actually, in the last project of the post-emergency project after the war, we helped 300 people or 300 families and we give all of them 300 shekels, three times during this project. And it was we chose them after the rapid response. So Caritas also helped in the social life, not only the medical life.
Somebody has asked a clarification question. Is that because during the talk we said that 80% of the people in Gaza need food support or on humanitarian need. But also you've mentioned that Gaza has restaurants and wonderful food available.
Yes.
How do you?
Okay, I will tell you. In every country, you have food. You have like a price of food. If you want to take a sandwich here in Gaza, it is a very cheap. You can eat it in 1 shekel. But if you go in the outside of Gaza, like sandwich of falafel, but if you want to go outside, you can eat it on 10 shekels or 5 shekels, I think. So there is a difference in the price of things. Also, we can say that not all the people can eat. I can't say that cannot eat, but they can. Like I will tell you, some people can buy their bread from the bakery, but some people who can't afford to buy their bread, they make it by own hand. That's it. It is that's how I can explain it. Okay, yes, we have a restaurant. That's something I need you to know, that we love to live, as I said, but not all of people can buy this or can go to the restaurant or can go to eat.
Yes, I mean it's 1 shekel. The falafel sandwich is like 20 cents US dollars. People I know that went to Gaza, they say these taste the best falafel sandwiches.
Yes.
In the world, and they do, and I'm sure that they do. There's also like the very famous knafe. For one of you who like knafe, Gaza has one unique knafe.
Yes, العربية, كنافة عربية.
Yes.
Arabic knafa. Yes.
Yes. So here's another question. Do you think that even if there were no Hamas or Islamic Jihad, that Israel would de-prison Gaza? Is there any effective way to raise our voices and demands for Gaza freedom? Do you think that it's Israel imposes, they say the problem is Hamas or Islamic Jihad? Do you think that this is only an excuse or it's a real?
Okay, I think it is a political. It's a political.
Yeah. Any question that you don't feel like answering?
I don't
Okay,
love politics.
don't worry.
I don't want to answer it. I'm so sorry. It is a political, and I don't love politics. Really.
No. Okay. Don't worry about it. No bad intentions were meant, and so on. So people who buy clean water in Gaza, where does the clean water come from?
Okay, there is a station here in Gaza trying to make the to filtering the water, to make it perfect to make it like suitable to drink. What I can say is that the Ministry of the WHO here in Gaza found that it is not good. In the last year, they found this. They reported this. They found that the water here in Gaza is not suitable for drinking, even the filtered one. That's it.
So let's say for today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday. Do you know when the electricity is coming on Wednesday?
No, I don't know.
No. So it's not like that there are certain set.
No, there is no certain. Like when the electricity is on, so we all go to do what we need to do. We need to wash our clothes. We need to do some anything. And also, even within the 6 hours or the 8 hours electricity we have, sometimes there is an interruption. Let me tell you that I did an online exams, which is, I think you all know, it's a Duolingo English test. In the last week, I do it because I am applying for a scholarship in these days in the Ireland. It's called Ireland Palestinian Scholarship. Okay, to tell you about the Duolingo English test, I was it was on Tuesday, and I found that that there is electricity. So I decided, okay, I want to download the exam and to do the exam here in my home, in my room. So I downloaded the exam. I started doing my exam, and after 45 minutes, the electricity has gone and the internet connection has interrupted. So my exam has stopped, and the test was invalid. So okay, I was very sad. And after that, I decided I want to do it again. So I go here in the same place I am here now. I did the exam here in the club. So to do the exam, and after I did the exam for 2 days, I really succeed in that exam. So this is the electricity, how affect our life, and this is how, like, the instability of the electricity here in Gaza we face. So it can affect the people. It can affect people who are wanting or ambitious to do things in the future. That's it.
Dr. Khalil, some people are asking better to understand what's the salary of a nurse or a teacher in Gaza, somebody who's starting a new job.
Okay, as a nurse, I am a doctor, but the nurses here in Gaza, I want to say the basic in the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health give only for the first year of working, they give I think 1,000 shekels, which equals $250.
300 now, $300.
300, sorry, $320, which is something not enough in the living of a man. And for doctors, they give 1,800 in the first working, in the first 1 year of working, and after
like $500.
Yes, like $500. And the problem, like after they accept you as a permanent work here, as a permanent doctor in Gaza, they said that your salary is like around 4,000 shekels, but we can't afford to give you all the 4,000. So you need to get 50% of your salary, and the other 50% is with us until the problem or the economic problem will be okay. So actually, we have only the 50% of our real salaries here in Gaza.
So even the people who get paid a salary, they'll get paid 50% of the salary because of the financials.
Yes, financial problems, yes.
Somebody said if we end up coming to Gaza, there's people I know that they are part of the Al Ahli hospital funds, and they do travel to Gaza, I see here. How can we be in touch with you? Just be in touch with us and we'll give you their phone number if you are in Gaza.
Yes. If my email, I can put it in the.
Yes, please do.
Yes, that is my email, and also my contact number. That is my email, and all the people, all the Christian people know me here in Gaza. So that's my email, and I will give you my phone number.
So search for a Christian. How will they find the Christians? Shout, who is a believer? But you can either contact us. Here's the email of Kahlil. Yes. You can also be in touch with Caritas.
Yes. I always in Caritas. I am always there.
Or the YMCA, especially if he has an
Or the YMCA. I am here in YMCA now.
yes.
Hmm.
So thank you very much, Dr. Khalil.
You are welcome.
I feel very much uplifted when there are young people who are contributing to their communities, who have done the hard work, studying medicine, helping each other, helping their communities. I'm proud that you belong to our community. I'm proud that you belong, that you're a Palestinian and you are in Gaza. And I'm also, I wish there aren't borders that separate us. I wish we'd be able to meet in person. I know that not long ago you were in Taipei. You came to Taipei in Ramallah
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That was and that was in June. Yes.
In June, yes, in June I was in Taipei. They give us permission to travel for 2 days, just to attend the like we can say a Christian gathering with Mariupoli, with people. I met people from Italy. I met people from Germany also, and also there was a doctor she was studying. She was from I think of Slavia, or I didn't remember where the place, but it was a gathering not just with the people who I don't know from the other side of Palestine, but also from all the world.
You like Taipei?
Yes.
Yes.
It was a really calm place, and you enjoy and you can have a really good rest there. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Taipei is one of the very high energy places. It's a good place to sit and relax. And
yes.
I know many of you are. I see Dorothy here. She's laughing and smiling. Dorothy Pearson. She knows Taipei very well. She's been with us a number of times. Dr. Kahlil, thank you very much. Thank you for giving us the time and being with us. We would like also to mention that next week we're meeting an organization from the Nakab, a women organization, feminist organization from the Nakab. They haven't confirmed the speaker, but I think most likely it will be Khadra, a Bedouin woman who has been working in improving the living conditions of women and fighting for Bedouin rights. The week after it, some of you already know Iyad Burnat. He will be our speaker on nonviolence in Palestine. Many of you know Iyad, and like Iyad, unfortunately, 3 of his sons are in the Israeli prison, have been arrested. So I would encourage for all of us to encourage people to attend so that we give him encouragement. Thank you, Khalil, and I hope we stay in touch, Dr. Khalil.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. It was a pleasure. Okay, it's the first time, but I hope I did well.
Perfect.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Everybody, if you're part of a network or an organization or something, invite Khalil, Dr. Khalil.
Yes.
He's the bright star of Gaza. Take care.
Thank you, thank you.
Take care.